Welcome back everybody. So we are back with another racing video. This weekend we are headed off to Dragway at the Bend in Adelaide. We are headed to the Spring Nationals for the first time racing the altered out of state. Done a few minor changes to the car and a few little tweaks, little upgrades. We're going to try and get this thing to go a little bit quicker. So we're going to get right into qualifying and see how we went.
Giving in Chevrolet power.
Next time we see them, it will be their first round of racing for competition bike. And right now we are going to move into some Supercharged Outlaws action. And, modified action I should say, not Supercharged Outlaws. No, I'll get there soon. I saw a Supercharged Dragster, I went with Supercharged Outlaws. No, it's not. It is Competition Eliminator. All right.
No great dramas there. That's all good, Russ. Don't worry. We've called plenty of runs out here.
Trust me, I'll know what I'm talking about one day.
Not a problem.
Maybe tomorrow.
That's all good there. Tomorrow will be the day. It's Eliminations Day. But Ryan Van Dyke down here from Woodridge in Western Australia for the Summit Lane. He had a problem with the blower early on this morning when I walked through the pit area, and he had it off the end, and he was showing me, and the things were out of whack. It wasn't too good. But he's back out into the racetrack now. Rise Naylor from Marangaroo in Western Australia on board this Spitzer Alder, the C double Alder entry, or C Alder A, with a power adder on it down there. And we go to the index of 783 down there to a 625 in this qualifying action. Let's see how quick they can run with this one down here.
And you can, generally speaking, tell what the combinations are in these cars based on the class designation. So for Ryan Van Dyke, is a double BDA. So the double B signifying that it is an iron block. The double B means that it is supercharged. D standing for dragster, A standing for automatic. So that's double B dragster automatic.
Yep.
So his class designation 625 is the index, and Reece Naylor a 783. So Van Dyke on a pretty stout pass actually. I don't think it's going to be under the index, but 662 is a solid run. At least gets one on the board. Does leave the red light hanging on the tree, but a 795 for Reece Naylor.
Yeah, Ryan had a best of a 653 earlier on through the event, so no improvement that time round. Hey,
yeah,
not to worry. Right, we're going to move on.
Reece Naylor, on the other hand, the C altered automatic. Best of a 795, not quite on the money in terms of the index with a 783 on the boards. Pistol Pete, long-time racer. All the way across Australia. He's been to pretty much every track that I've been to over the last 12 months. He's just a guy who loves his drag racing, and a very, very cool car indeed. Actually, you probably remember this car. Used to be campaigned in the States with Jeff Pierce.
Oh, is that the same car?
The purple car.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not realize it was the same car.
There you go. It was actually, when it first came out to Australia, it was campaigned as a supercharged small block car.
There's a great shot from the long end of the racetrack, and I'm looking at the TV on top of the tower. That's about the size that I have in my house.
Yeah, I'd gladly take that. I will say, though, when they switched the camera in the commentary box up here, it made you guys look very, very large on that camera. Very large on that screen.
Yes, well, I do feel like I'm larger than life sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Usually after I've been to a panini store.
To the brewery first or the panini first?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to both, so.
So Pizzolini, 644 on the boards, 783 for Reece Naylor. 624. They've just been creeping up on that thing this weekend, and it's been going quicker and quicker. It went 636 in the first round, 630 in the second round, and now it's 624. That's
So qualifying went really well for us. We ended up qualifying 6 out of 7 cars, but every single time we went down the track we did a PB in either mile an hour or speed. We got the car into the 7-second zone, which was really awesome as well. And then we got informed on the last pass that we actually got the track record for C Altered Automatic. So all in all, that was really great for us. We weren't really high up in the qualifying order, but there was a lot of fast cars here going under the indexes. So there's not really much else we could have done with our car, unfortunately, but we were still really happy with the car and how everything was going. So round 1 we line up against Craig Geddes, who is 11-time champion, and we're going to see if we can do something to get the car to go a little bit quicker, and maybe we can get away with a win in the first round of eliminations. Well, unfortunately that didn't go to plan. My crew and everybody did their job perfectly. I just didn't do mine. Unfortunately, I guess I light way too early and end up red lighting, giving the win to Craig in round 1, but I'll just have to sharpen up for that for next time, because we're not that far off now. We're really close. So the car's going in the right direction. It's doing all the right things. We just got to give it a few more tweaks, and maybe we can get a little bit closer to that index and be a bit more competitive. But this event was awesome. We had so much fun. We got to see our family and friends that we don't normally see. We got to see a lot of cool cars. We got to meet a couple famous people, and it was a really awesome event. So we actually loved it there. The track and facilities there are awesome. They did a great job. The track staff and everybody there did it awesome. It was a perfect event for us. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go really far, but that just happens, unfortunately. So we move on to the next one. We've just had Alicia's dragster painted, so that car goes to get the new wrap design done soon. the whole paint job, everything's done, so that's really cool as well. So we're going to get her car all, stick it up, and then we'll get some photos and stuff that out there so you can see how that's going to go. And then we're going to try and get that car over East as well and try and get some events for her to race as well. So we'll see how that car goes with a new blown combo, see if we can get some good PBs out of that car, and then get Alicia back racing as well, because she's doing all the crew duties at the moment. So yeah, we're really excited about that. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Stewart's Pest Control, Denani Hot Shots, and Dave's Automotive, doing all that they can for us at the moment when we're not racing in Perth because the track's being resurfaced. So the fact that they're still on board with us and helping us is huge for us, so we thank them so much for that. And yeah, we're going to get into some over East racing. We're going to try and get over East at a couple more events and get some more videos out there for you. So keep an eye on the socials and stuff, and we'll be right there and give you all the new details and stuff. But until then, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.